They want to reach out to you. God said that somebody is planning to reach out to you. But the message in this thing is that it is already too late. Let them keep their reaching out to themselves. They are trying to pass a message. They are trying to pass a message. And God is saying to tell you, He said you have left that place of depression. Hear me. Those who put you in that anxiety, that put you in that place of unhappiness, that put you in a place of depression, in a place of whatever that you never wanted to be in your life. You wanted to be a happy person. You wanted to be so happy, but these people, they came and they began to like do some kind of things against your life. God is saying that you have left that level. You are no longer in that level. You know, this is not about forgiveness. You have already forgiven. You have moved on. So I will encourage you to keep climbing your ladder. Keep climbing your ladder. Because you are going to start receiving surprises, surprise calls, surprise negotiations from people who put you in the situation of, in a messed up situation. Messed up situation. They have nothing to say. They have nothing to say. What if you have died in that situation? People push others to a situation of heaviness, and they expect you not to heal. They expect you to die. Imagine if Daniel have died in the lion's den. What if you have died? You know, it was surprising to those people who conspire against Daniel when the king called out to Daniel and said, Daniel, were your God able to save you? And Daniel said yes, because my God did not see any uncleanness, anything evil in my hands, so he have saved me. He have shut the mouth of the lion, and they could not eat me up. You know, when Daniel was brought out from the lion's den, the Bible said these men that did the conspiracy, they were shocked. They were surprised. They were trying to beg the king, oh please. So you now imagine people who conspire that kind of evil against Daniel. They now begin, what if the lion have swallowed Daniel? What if the lion have eaten Daniel up? What would have happened? What would have happened? They would not have even revealed to the king that they conspired. They will not be happy looking for a next target. Can you understand? They will not be happy looking for a next target. Hallelujah. So when King Aazaros, what is it, that king that time? I can't even carry the name in my head anymore. A lot of things in my brain. I'm sorry, but when the king, is it King Aazaros? I cannot remember the name of this king. So when he now said that Daniel should be brought out, after Daniel was brought out, what happened? He now commanded that those ones who conspire against Daniel to be fed to the lion. And that was the end. Daniel did not return back to lion's den. Can you understand? Because the lion's den was a place of depression, a place of darkness, a place of hopelessness. So Daniel did not return back and say, oh king, wait, let me return back to the lion's den. It was not written in the Bible that Daniel went to the lion's den twice. Hallelujah. Glory to Jesus. Though they suddenly changed their mind concerning what they did to Daniel, though they suddenly started begging the king, he still did not save them. And Daniel never returned back to the lion's den. So God is saying that you have left a level. He said this is not time to considering looking at the lion's den at all. Because if you know how far God has brought you out, how God brought you out from that lion's den situation, you will not even want to go close to the lion's den anymore. So prepare for surprises. There are people who will reach out to you. They will be expecting you to return back to the lion's den. But you must focus on the ladder. Because you need to understand that where you are heading to, it is not like this. You don't walk backward. No one walk backward, unless maybe it's in a sport. You don't see people on the road who are walking backward. Even people who have disability. May God bless their soul. Even those who have disability of different kinds. You cannot see them walking backward. So everybody walk forward, because backward is in behind, and where you are heading to is where you are heading to. I hope you understand this message. So when they suddenly start reaching out to you, they are trying to make you look down from the ladder, because to this person you have not arrived. You are still climbing the ladder. You are leaving a place of depression. You are still climbing the ladder. You are leaving the place of anxiety. You are still climbing the ladder. You are leaving the place of pain. You are still climbing the ladder. Pay attention. God said that you are still climbing the ladder. As you are climbing the ladder, He said, don't look back. Don't look back. Don't consider looking back. So continue climbing the ladder. Hallelujah. Glory to Jesus. If you want to consider how painful it will be for those who have been thrown inside the lion's den when Daniel was brought out, if Daniel want to consider that, these people, how painful it will be for him, maybe he will not return back to the lion's den. Sometimes allow people to reap the reward of their action. Allow people to reap the reward of their action. The reward of their action, it is what they deserve. You are not the one that give people reward. Just like that man, those men that was thrown into the lion's den, it was not the king that gave them their reward. It was not Daniel, sorry. It wasn't Daniel that they plot against, that said, okay, since I've come out, let's test these people with the lions. No. Daniel did not speak anything concerning those who conspire. It was not the king who determined the kind of reward that they will get for their demonic conspiracy. So their reward is not coming from you. It is coming from the God that knows the heart of man. Hallelujah. It is coming from the God that knows the heart of man. Hallelujah. So you have to prepare for surprises. When they start reaching out to you and you are like, okay, let me consider coming down from this position. Let me just go where, let me lower my standard. Lower your standard for who? For those who wanted you dead. Lower your standard. It is God that gives standard. When God gives standard, He wants you to build the standard. Because everything that God gives, He wants us to use it to His glory. That is why Jesus made a parable. He said, anyone that refuses to use the one that he has, it will be taken away from him. That little that he has will be taken and be given to that one that is using his own, that is having much. So God does not give you things and said, keep it. Don't use it. So you will not go down and said, because the way they are begging you now to come down from your ladder, your position, to prove to others you love them. So if you don't come down from your position, they will not know you love them. You have to be careful. Watch out. You have to be careful. You have to be careful. Hallelujah. Glory to Jesus. If they reach out to you, tell them that you are no longer in a place of depression. You are no longer in a place of depression and you don't really want to return to that place of depression. The Bible said that we should arise and leave spiritual depression, physical depression. That is what the Bible talks about in Isaiah chapter 60. When you read some verses, when you read some translation, it said, arise from spiritual depression. So after arising from spiritual depression to a new life, now that you want to shine, they want to reach out to you suddenly. Surprise those who want to surprise you by telling them that you don't want to live in lion's den. You don't want to live in lion's den. Hallelujah. Glory to Jesus. So you don't want to live in lion's den. So I am praying for you that you will understand that it is not everyone who suddenly reach out to you to have a discussion are really willing to see you have a real discussion. They just want to have that discussion to put in a place of anxiety and depression and unhappiness. And God will not allow that happen. God bless you. Bye-bye.